I think it's very exciting, especially for our brand. Every single Omni property is unique, and I think the ability to highlight those differences for the consumer is going to be really important for us.
I think they're going to take to it very naturally. I mean, if you look at all the other sectors, I think hospitality tends to kind of fall behind. So I think they consume products in that way across many other channels when they're shopping on Amazon or for cars or for clothes. They're used to having that kind of bespoke approach of being able to pick whatever they want to pick, throw it into a cart, put it all together and get a price. So I don't think it's going to be something shocking to them. I think it's probably more shocking that we still use this sort of menu-based way to merchandise hotels.
I think it's interesting because we shop by attributes in most other spaces in retail, and it's just been a little slow, I think, based on how technology platforms have been built for room selection to hit the hospitality industry. So I feel like as that comes to be more prevalent in our space, we're going to have very quick adoption from consumers because it's what they're used to. We may think that it's a little bit innovative or disruptive. I just think it's going to be normal to everybody else. I think it's great. I think it's a huge value enhancement for the guests, and happy, engaged guests, we hope will spend more with us. There's also something we have to be careful not to go too overboard with it, because within the constructs of traditional room type pricing, we're essentially already forcing buy up for certain attributes. And if you kind of strip all that away, we just have to make sure that we're really setting our baselines appropriately so that that we're not actually rolling back revenue instead of enhancing it, or being too transparent with it to consumers to where they feel like they're nickel and dimed through the process also. But overall, I think it will be a win-win for everyone if that really hits the market in stride.
But I think it could be an interesting direct booking strategy for hotels because they can very easily classify their own rooms and really clearly show you what you're getting on their website. And then for the OTAs to be able to classify across all categories, I think it could be an interesting loophole in parity if you're offering different options. I think it could be really interesting for them to be able to start to communicate real value add to consumers by booking on their website rather than a couple free Wi-Fi, things like that, or even just price comparison. So I think it could be a really interesting advantage for hotels going forward if they're able to do it.
Providing that benefit of transparency for direct bookings and actually pricing things in, like people are willing to pay for what they get, and they know what they want, and we're in the age of transparency in everything, and it's about time that it gets that way in hotels. And I think revenue management is really the key to that.
I think we're going to have to be a lot more thoughtful. We're actually going to have to pay attention to what the guest is telling us with what attributes they find value in. We make a lot of assumptions in our pricing with that right now. It'll give us just another dimension with which to fulfill the guest needs, but then also to kind of flex our revenue capabilities within the product types that we have. So it should be pretty exciting, I think.